Alright, so what's the center and radius of the circle? Well, if you remember the formula which we just reviewed in the other video, this is x minus h, so h is 9, and this is y minus k. Remember, y, that was pretty ugly, y minus k is in this position of y plus 5, so it must have been y minus a negative 5. Alright, so anyway, k is negative 5. So the center of the circle is 9 comma negative 5. Now the radius is going to be, this is r squared. So remember, radius is a positive value, so it's just 10. What is the center and the radius of this expression, which is a circle? It is this answer right here. Okay, I hope that helps. Okay, multiply these two complex numbers. I'm going to use the box method for this particular one. So I'm going to say 8 and a negative 3i, and I'm going to say 2 and a positive 5i. Now let's multiply row and column, row and column. This is 16. This is 40i. This is negative 6i. And then this is going to be, watch, negative 15, right? I squared. But everybody knows that I squared is negative 1. So I'm going to cross this out right here and change the minus to a plus. Okay, so I'm going to have 16 plus 15, and then I'm going to have a plus 40i minus 6i. So this is going to be a 31 plus 34i. Okay, this is a final answer in a plus bi form. Hope that helps. Okay, now multiply and simplify. Okay, well, let's see. I've got the problem sitting right there already, so let's do this. Let's factor this as a difference, sum and difference. That's a difference of two squares, so its conjugates are x plus 5 and x minus 5. Let's factor a 5 out of the bottom. A 5 out of the bottom. That would be x plus what? 4. All right, let's factor this. This is a difference of two squares, so that's what? X plus 4 and x minus 4. And then, of course, there's nothing I could do with that, so we'll just copy it down here, okay? Now, the next step is I call this play wipeout. Okay, you're looking for up and down or across. Now, this is not a equal. This is a times right here. All right, well, let's see. I see an x plus 5 here and an x plus 5 here. I see an x plus 4 here and an x plus 4. And that is all I see. So final answer on this problem, final answer on this problem is going to be x plus 5. No, that's not right. Sorry about that. We do this again. X minus 5 times x minus 4 over what? 5. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Okay, 9 problems left, or 10 left here. So what is the vertical asymptote for this? Remember, this is a rational function, And vertical asymptotes is where the denominator is equal to 0. The denominator is equal to 0. So that's 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. 2x is equal to 4, so x is equal to 2. So it cannot be 2, otherwise I'm going to have an undefined. So I'll have a vertical asymptote at the line x equals 2. X equals 2. And that is the vertical asymptote. Okay, be sure to go back and review the conditions of the different conditions for horizontal asymptotes. So horizontal asymptote, remember, was a line a graph approached but didn't touch. Now what we're doing is we are trying to figure out from a rational expression using just the leading terms. Now question, what's the power of x at the top? 1. The bottom 1, they're tied, so it's just simply the equation of the horizontal asymptote is the equation of the coefficients of those x terms, which simplifies to y is equal to 3. Alright, now we're going to go into log land. So one more time. 2 cubed is equal to 8. How would I say that as a log statement? Log base 2 of 8 equals 3. Okay? It really is very, very important. Now the question says solve the equation. Notice we have two log statements. And notice I have this plus between them. Plus means multiply, so we're going to write the two separate statements as one log statement. It's log of these two things, x plus 3 times x minus 3. Okay? Of course, that's equal to 2. Well, let's simplify this here. Okay, this is just x squared minus 9. That's pretty easy. Okay, is equal to 2. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. All right, so whenever you're stuck, a window shut, open a door, or shut a door, open a window. So the base is what? 5. The power is 2. And the number is x squared minus 9. Okay, so let me squeeze this in here. This is 25 is equal to x squared minus 9. Move that over here. X squared equals 34. And then, because we just added 9, so x is equal to plus or minus radical 34. But if you'll notice here, you cannot have a negative argument. So if x was negative, that would not work. So there's two answers, plus and minus radical 34. The minus would not work. So we're looking for plus radical 34 as my final answer. All right, question 34. We're getting close. Find the equation of a circle in standard form that has center at 2, 5, center 2, 5, and passes through the point 4, 8. This is a thinking problem. Okay. All right. I would just kind of make a little sketch. 4, 8 maybe over here, and 2, 5 over here. So if this is a center, see the circle, the circle would be right here. So what we do know is the center, but what we don't know is the radius. So are you going to use the distance formula to find the radius? Okay, and everybody knows the distance formula. Okay, we reviewed that. It's the change of the x's squared plus the change of the y squared. So how much do the x differs from here to here? Looks like 4 minus 2 is 2. And how far do the y's change from here to here? Looks like 3. So what do we have? D is equal to the square root of 4 plus 9, which is the square root of 13. All right, now remember the formula for the function, or for the circle on the coordinate plane, with the center off the origin. Okay, so what am I going to plug in here? So the center minus 2, that's that 2 up here, okay, squared, plus y minus 5 squared, that's this 5 over here, is equal to, now what is radical 13 squared? That would be 13. Okay, analyze the behavior of the function. Okay, so this is called end behavior. I only look at the leading term because it has the most influence when the numbers get large positive and large negative. Alright, so I'm seeing a negative 3 x to the 9th. That is either odd or even. It's odd. Now remember how I reviewed this. The odd functions look this way. Okay? Alright, but wait a minute, you have to look in the front, there's a minus. So that minus indicates that that function would flip. So in other words, this would be going down and then that would be going up. So this function right here has this general shape. Now the question is, how do I say that part of the graph? I say rises to the left. Sorry about that, running kind of fast here. And over here, what? Falls to the right. Okay, I'm sorry. There you go. Okay, question 36. Investment compounded continuously. How much will be in the account after 15 years? All right, so get our facts out. We have 1,000, it's 8.9%, and 15 years. Which one do we use? This one or the shampoo one? Okay, well, conditioner and shampoo, okay? So you're going to say A is equal to 1,000 times E to the RT. R is 0.089, and then T is 15. Okay, you're going to keep those together. You don't have to put these in parentheses, okay? Now remember, your answer has to be with pennies. Okay, plugged it in there to the nearest cent, right? That'd be $3,800. Okay, we've done this before. Remember, we're trying to find the slope, so we end up the slope is negative 5/7. This time I used the slope-intercept formula, plugged in the slope, and then I took the point 3, 2, plugged that in there to find B. B is a little sloppy here, I'm sorry, 29/7. And so I rewrote it in slope-intercept form right here. Here's another form of the equation of that line. This question talks about how many solutions are there. We're going to do this a little different. Now if I multiplied this by -4, I'd have negative 4x minus 4y equals -8. When I add both sides together, I get 0 is equal to 0. That's an identity, or all real numbers. Okay, we're getting close to the end here, folks. All right, this is a change of base. It's the log of the number over the log of the base. Now, I'm going to do it this way using ln, okay? So let's take a look at the calculator and see what happens. Okay, so notice we did the ln over the ln. 4 places would be 8.1127. Okay, outstanding people, notice here, find f of x minus 1 when f of x is equal to this function. So it's 4 times x squared plus 4x plus 2. Now, I'm going to substitute this green x minus 1 in for x. So that would be x minus 1 squared, and this would be x minus 1. Now, let's take this a second at a time. You may remember the first week of class I told you to do that in your head. Squared minus double that plus 1, that's how to square that, plus, wouldn't that be 4x minus 4 plus 2? Let's clean this up. 4x squared minus 8x plus 4 plus 4x minus 4 plus 2. All right, let's see. Let's put these in descending order. 4x squared, a negative 8x, and a 4x is a minus 4x. And we got a 4 and a minus 4. That's 0 plus 2 is just 2. So this, my friend, is the final answer. Okay, folks, so that was our final answer there. And what you are doing is you are looking at that last problem that has to do with studying for your final exam. Whether you have a flat top or you have curly hair, okay, or you just got all kinds of bunches of hair, I do hope that your review for the final exam has benefited you, and I do want to urge you strongly to finish strong. Please look at all of the videos on our discussion points, especially the videos for week 8 check-in, and I hope that helps you as well. I wish you the best. Thank you.